Sorry, I was pretty quiet yesterday. Not gonna lie, I just had a bit of a down day. Everyone has them, so unfortunately, I didn't record any content. But today, I'm gonna be doing another review, and I'm gonna be doing it on Daniel Stam's 13 Sins, which came out in 2014. I actually really enjoyed this film a lot more than I thought I would. I read the synopsis on it, and I was like, oh, that sounds quite interesting. So I put it on and I was hooked, like, right from the get go, because they only take about 15 minutes to, like, set up the main character and, like, what his situation is financially. So for anyone that hasn't seen it, I'll give you a rough synopsis without spoiling anything. So it starts off with the main character, and he's in a lot of financial trouble with looking to get married. His brother's severely mentally disabled, and you know what it's like in America. You need to pay all medical things yourself. So he's basically hundreds and thousands of dollars in debt and student loans and things like that. And his wife's pregnant in it. So he's got a lot of stress going on, and then he gets this phone call from this random person that's like, if you complete these 13 challenges, then you'll get X amount of millions of dollars, and that will pay off your student loan and everything else you've got going on. So, and the first challenge that he gets, I think they transfer something like $3,000 into his account, but then they say if you back out at any point during this game, then you won't get any of the money that you received. We'll take the money we've transferred and just take it all back, and you'll be left with nothing again. So the challenges at the start are quite menial. You know, they're not really big deals, but then, as you can imagine, it gets worse and worse and worse as it goes along. But he's just this desperate for the money that he will do anything. I really like the protagonist in it because you see his journey, and you kind of feel sorry for him because you understand why he's doing it, but then he also puts a lot of people at risk, a lot of people in danger. And I feel the scenes connected really well. Now, this isn't a perfect film by all means, but no film is perfect in my eyes. One thing that really, really grates on me is continuity, obvious continuity. So there's this one scene, I'm trying to think of ways to describe it without spoiling it. But there's a character that is dead, and he has to be taken to this coffee shop and have a coffee put in front of him. So this is one of the challenges, and he props him up against the wall, and with every single shot, the dead person is in a different position each time. Like, in one shot his head will be down, the next shot his head's right up, and he's wearing a hat, and the hat changes all positions. Oh, it really, what I'm saying is that it stressed me out big time. And I just feel like with a film of that budget, of that scale, they have people that are paid to specifically look out for continuity. So why someone didn't notice that, I don't know. But it's really distressing me even thinking about it. But I'll tell you who's another really bad one for continuity. Martin Scorsese. Seriously, watch any film by him, you will see lots of continuity errors jump out at you, mostly with props. Not with storyline or anything, but with props. Pretty bad. So that was the only thing that I was like, oh dear. like I say, overall, it was really good. The acting's brilliant. The poor wife is just like, my husband keeps disappearing, and I don't know why, because he's like constantly taking these phone calls. So of course she then starts to suspect that he's maybe cheating on her, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, give it a watch. It's on Netflix. I watched it on Netflix. It is quite gory, pretty much throughout the film. So if you have a weak stomach, then I maybe wouldn't recommend it. Another thing I was a bit confused at was that, and this is the thing that put me off watching it in the first place, because I'm not the greatest fan of Ron Perlman personally. I don't know, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of his. But, oh, sorry, that was actually quite mean. I wasn't meaning of him. I just mean, like, most of the things that he's done, I'm not a big fan of, so that's why I was putting off watching this film. But then I thought the concept sounded quite good, so I did give it a go. But I noticed Ron Perlman is on the cover. I don't really get it, because he's barely in it. He's not really in it a lot. So I'm just kind of like, why was he on the cover for it? I don't... Maybe it's because, like, he was the biggest name, maybe, in the film. I don't know. But yeah, definitely give it a watch if you're, looking for something to watch that's kind of thriller-y. It's not a horror. It's definitely not a horror. It is more of a thriller, but it's still quite gory. Lots of limbs being cut off and heads being decapitated. But yeah, it was good. I actually really enjoyed it. It took me like 3 days to watch it though, but that's just because my attention span is horrendous, especially nowadays with everything that's going on. I'm just like totally hyper all the time. But yeah, it was good. I definitely recommend it. And that scene with the dead guy, you'll see what I mean with the continuity. Or you should see. Maybe it was just me like just looking into it too much, but yeah, it annoyed me. But apart from that, it was great. Loved it.